April 28th, 2016. We'll show you what we've done in the last 2 years. So things are getting a little bit taller. As you can see, the oleander was absolutely gorgeous. We're going and trimming it a little bit more on the sides, but it was just full of pink blooms. Cactuses have gotten bigger. We had some nice blooms. We divided some of them, gave some to Mom and Dad. We'll probably next year, the Spanish swords are going to get tall, and at that point we'll probably go and take them down. They get to be a little invasive, and that's the Spanish sword. So, okay, and we ended up going and we're not sure. We're sort of deciding what we'll put in its place, but it'll probably be more cactuses because there's no bubblers there. We have new roof mates, Chuck and Marlon. Our Texas mountain laurel went and was doing quite well. This will be its second full summer. Had some purple blooms on it. Those are the pods. And we're hoping it'll get to be a tall tree, which it should.
Smell like purple chewing gum.
Purple chewing gum, yep. Okay, here's the white oleander. These are getting a little bit bigger. The one in the back's not doing the best. We're going to ask Chuck to go and water it a lot. The one in the front's doing much better than it had been. I'm wondering if it doesn't get enough sun. Okay, so our bottle brushes are blooming. And this right here is a hydrangea hibiscus, and it was purple. It was doing quite well. It likes its spot. This is doing okay, but it doesn't bloom, so we'll see. Okay, enough about horticulture. That gets white flowers.
This is a beautiful, white-smelling flower like we've seen in Hawaii.
Yes. All right.
Welcome to Bisbee South.
Okay, the main change was the living room and dining room this year. We ended up, if you remember, we had pink and green on the cornice board. So we ended up, we changed it. We wanted to go with sort of a modern looking sort of southwest. So we ended up having this reupholstered by Grand Upholstery. It's a huge thing. Dale knows the dimension. What is it?
It's about 16 feet wide.
16 feet wide, but
22 inches high.
But I just love the fabric. So we went with those colors. The drapes are from J.C. Penney's. Dale had a rude awakening. He didn't realize how much drapes cost, and because they had to be custom. That's new. And then the big change was the couch. If you remember, we had a pink and green couch, and it was a 1980s vintage couch. Well, this one was actually one that Jean and John, their friend, had, and Jean and John wanted it. It was their most comfortable one that they loved, and they brought it to their house, and it turned out it was the wrong color. So we bought it from them. It's like brand new. We ended up getting the new picture from Kirkland. I ended up going, and I'm getting more into glass now. So this was one of my first glass pieces this year, which I love and I'm very proud of. And then I ended up using the scraps to do that piece right there. So this, if you remember on this wall, what we had was a white wicker table, and we ended up getting that at an estate sale. It sort of incorporates our dark wood with our light colored, and still have the shelf niches and the shelf pots. Let's see, so this was done out of the scraps, and then this literally was supposed to be a vase that it didn't work out, so I broke it and made a tray, and of course still doing the copper. So let's see. Oh, the big thing is the light fixtures. Dale wanted a downward facing one. This one is actually, it was little glass, no, this is the one that had little upwards tents for the shades. And being that these rooms are so close together, it was important that we make them work together. So we ended up getting that one, and I think we did a real good job going in and incorporating the two light fixtures. All right, so here is items that are going to be used or I'm going to sell. I taught a bumps in the road class, which is this one here, and that one there, and that one there. So this was a starburst one. I took a class Thursday and made another one there, but then I ran out of beads for the second earring. This is actually Chatty Cathy. I had a heck of a time when I first did it. I learned to crochet. Caroline taught me with beads, so I sold a couple of those at the club at the show. These are actually copper earrings. I'm going to put little beads right there and then put the hooks on, and those will become earrings. Another crocheted one. People always seem to like the Texas or Arizona colors, so I'm hoping that goes well. This was a little kit I did that I'm going to make it a little different the next time, but I'm going to sell that. Another necklace, some more Chatty Cathys. So these will be going up for sale, except for that one, this next year. All right, bathroom, not too glamorous.
Yes, bathroom.
The main change in this is the toilet. The other one wasn't working as well, and so we pretty much kept everything the same in here. So no changes really except for that. Here I ended up in copper enameling
Guest bedroom.
in the guest bedroom. These are actually little copper type beads that you go and put enamel on, and they're little butter knives. So here I did some glass pieces. This one is going to be Cheryl's present for her birthday. She wanted glass. The bottle I have to bring to Rick. That's another thing I have to pack, Dale. Then this was one of my little adventures, a little mobile that's going to go back to Minnesota. I don't want to lift it up. And then another little one that'll go in our garden. 2 years, last year we got these cases, the bookcases,
From the neighbor.
from Mary McNally, and it works out really well for somebody's half bedroom, half craft room.
Craft room.
And this has gotten to be more of a craft room, hasn't it, Dale?
It's taking over.
It's taking over, he says. All right,
This bath.
no, master bath.
Master bath.
Let's see.
Few
No
more-
main.
A few more necklaces.
Few more necklaces. I taught Debbie's daggers. So there's a few of those in here. I did this one. That's a new one. Let's see, Debbie's daggers. And it goes on and on. That one's probably a new one also. I've taught a few classes now, so it's been fun. And yes, and on the Neighbors Tuesday we get together and we bead.
Well, Robin,
And actually, the one that I'm wearing right now, so I hate to show my, this one is Lacy Squash Blossom. All right, master bath,
no master bedroom.
master bedroom. Did herringbone, that's new. Did this one, which was a lot of fun, but a lot of work. Ended up doing this one here, which is called Rollo Chain. Ended up going and doing
Also
another
this one right here.
herringbone. That was last year, Monet's. Yeah, I'll just swing up through all of them. Because you're right, Dale, some of these were new last year.
And in order to store all the jewelry. We happened to find a jewelry box at an estate sale.
So just in case, you know,
Out of room, there's a few more necklaces.
I know it's awful,
Can
isn't
never
it?
have too much.
Storage. A
Storage.
girl can never have too much storage. We did a couple little rings this year. Did a couple glass pieces this year. So I kept busy, didn't I, Dale?
Yes, you did.
Busy and out of trouble.
We should
Okay.
move on to the Arizona room.
Now to the Arizona room. Let's see. Okay, changes,
A few more glass pieces.
few more glass pieces.
Entertainments.
I did that vase. This is actually from Marianne and Willie.
This one, that was new last year.
That was new last year. That's the one that, what's her name, gave me such a hard time at, with Pat.
Pat across the street.
Yes, Pat across the street. We got a couple new pottery pieces from last year.
We have some more glass pieces over here.
And then I did this glass piece there,
And copper over there.
and copper over there, and glass. And then another glass piece over here.
That's undulating.
It rolls. I don't know if you want to take it out. Joe. It's a good way to break it.
Very
Okay.
pretty. We'll set it over here.
Probably a good idea.
We'll head outside.
And we got the rock. It was a woman and her husband and her good friend that the woman lives in Minnesota. And we had bought a black one and we got it home and decided it was too dark. So we ended up Dale brought it back. I was sick and he brought it back the next week and exchanged it for that one. This is pretty much the same.
And this is our view of the fourth fairway.
As you can see,
We had our grapefruit tree trimmed about a month ago. We had over 700 grapefruit on that tree.
well, we had taken how many down, do you think? And then this week you ended up taking with Stephen and Andrew.
And we took out about 250 grapefruit.
And
So
we had been taking 400 off or so, because actually Chuck and Marlon have taken a bunch. As you can see, our oleander's getting a little bit bigger and we're letting it bloom out. This tree is still struggling.
It's an ash tree, so we're hoping it'll
Make it.
make it. It gets watered 6 times a week.
So
And this is our view on the golf course.
this is it. This is home.
Let's head for the garage.
Okay. Our den and laundry.
We have a few new signs. Careful with the step. Few new signs in the man cave.
And grapefruit galore.
We have grapefruit to eat up before we head back to Minnesota.
Anything else you can think of in the garage?
That's
Or
it.
I think
Hope-
this is
hope
us.
you have an enjoyable summer.
We'll see you next year. Bye.
Bye now.